It's Movie Time is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center, 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. Further details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.com.
The award-winning It's Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to the shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Kevin Carr.
And this is
It's Movie Time.
I guess because we're looking at a comedy and because Kevin always cracks me up. That's why I really have no other reason to laugh other than I'm glad to be here.
I need a vacation.
Right. And Kevin needs a vacation. His family going to take a vacation. And today, Vacation is opening at theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is a descendant of the National Lampoon 1983 Vacation.
Yes.
And in fact, Father Chevy Chase, playing Clark Griswold, appears in this film, and Ed Helms is Rusty Griswold.
Yes.
And Kevin, I think it's probably fair to ask the difference between the two.
Yeah. Start off with the original Vacation.
Yeah.
And that kind of went through. I'm going to pull Vegas Vacation out of because that was kind of a mess of a movie. But especially the first two or three, Clark Griswold, played by Chevy Chase, was just a really passionate father who wanted to have this experience. And I've gone on road trips with my family. And I've tried to get everybody somewhere for something. And the journey is interesting to get to the destination. And he's very singular-minded, but there's a certain relatability to Clark Griswold in those movies that I don't think you get with Ed Helms.
And you are right on. I mean, Ed Helms is very good. There are moments when he's clueless enough, but heartfelt enough that you can be sympathetic to him, you can understand. But I think you're right. I think he's too clueless.
Especially and it ramps up and down.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I like Ed Helms. I think he can be very funny, but if sort of left to go to his full devices, he gets really wacky. And that doesn't work in this movie because he's kind of just insane at times.
Yeah, exactly.
And clueless, like you said.
Yeah, he is driving his family in this, Serbian car? Which is kind of
the Albanian Toyota or something like that.
Which actually has some funny bits when they try to figure out what all the little paraphernalia on the car are.
I like the car bits. Yeah, I thought, and that's the thing with this whole movie is there are some very funny moments. Now, if you watch the trailers, there's going to be funnier moments because they spoil a lot of the best jokes, as always, in a trailer. But there's some stuff that took me by surprise, and I thought was genuinely funny. But it does feel it's a real patchwork of gags and jokes and scenes, and sort of the name of the game to this one was, let's take it as vulgar and as absurd and as crazy as possible.
So let's do a hot springs segment. In other words, it's very episodic. You're not always going to see a connection among the things that happen.
Yeah.
It's just what the writers, the creators of this decided they could do, as you would say, to be vulgar. For instance, the hot spring episode, All Vulgars Me, and it's scatological. It reminds me of Bridesmaids, which I think did a much better job, and other Apatow business.
Yeah.
But this kind of thing, bathroom humor, which you don't mind.
I'm a huge fan of bathroom humor. This is not at all me.
I don't know why I've ever met anybody who said that.
Yeah, I'm not at all saying, well, this is kind of too gross for me. But there's a finesse to it that you have to. It has to be at least creative, and they do this also with the youngest kid, who is extremely foul-mouthed. And I don't mind profanity in a movie now and then, but it seemed like whenever they said, well, we need a joke here, let's have the kid swear. We need a joke here, let's do something vulgar.
You are right on top of my major criticism of this film. Steele Stebbins is the young actor who plays Kevin Griswold. And I am a fallen down Catholic. I am irreverent. I just am very liberal. Mm-hmm. But this little kid, probably about 10, dropping F-bombs all over the place. After the first one, it just didn't work for me. And I found it, distasteful is not the right way. I found it inappropriate. Yeah. I found it, your request for that something here be realistic and relatable to, I couldn't at all.
Well, and once again, when you compare it to the original Vacation, it was just, nothing will bring a family together better than locking them into a sealed prison and driving across the states with them. But in this one, everyone was just kind of, it's the the close quarters and the bickering and having to deal with each other that the comedy came from in the first one, and even in the Christmas Vacation where you had everybody over, and that's where the comedy comes. Whereas this one was, you were meant to feel sympathy for these characters because you have to relate to them, but you're like, what kind of parents are raising a little demon like this?
Right, and letting him go.
Yeah, and not at all correcting him.
I know.
You know, at no point did they sit there and say, whoa, we need to come down on you like a ton of bricks. They're just like, he's just a kid. You know.
Skylar DeSando plays James Griswold, the older boy.
Yeah.
Must be 16.
We've seen him in other things before. Yeah.
And he has a romantic relationship with a young woman that keeps appearing.
Yeah.
But Kevin, what's that all about?
I thought that was a cute toss off to the original Vacation because he'd run into people periodically. Kind of plays off the Christy Brinkley character. They have another gag there.
A look-alike.
Yeah. But this one goes with the kid. And this is what happens when you have episodic comedy and what would be deleted scenes.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of stuff shot with them, and it seems very haphazard. Things show up, and then it never gets resolved, and they never follow up on seeds that are planted for jokes. There's one thing that was like, I was waiting for that joke to come back, and it never does. Do you think they're going to replay it?
Now, the one that comes back has, I think, a really modern spin on it, and this is the trucker.
Yeah.
And there's a business there related to him that's terribly modern and scary.
Yeah.
And I thought that was I said, okay, then here we are. We're in 2015. This is not 1983 anymore.
It was, and see that one I think actually, and I don't want to talk too much about it but I think that one, that wasn't as vulgarly in your face.
No, it wasn't.
And that's why the comedy worked.
Exactly. And that's why I liked it, because it was so subtle and it twisted around your expectation for it.
Yeah.
It was. Now, Kevin, I don't know if you have a favorite, but I have a favorite sequence in the film. Me. So this is worth seeing. If you're out there, this is summer, you want something to see, and you want to have a laugh, this one, at the Four States.
Yes, the Four Corners.
Four Corners. There is an episode there that I thought was very witty.
Yeah, very close. How they get into it is a little awkward, and how they get out of it is a little awkward.
It is. That's a good point.
But they do have that's a great moment, and a lot, and that's actually, I think some of the best parts in this aren't even from the main cast. Although I think Christina Applegate she kind of stole the show.
Yeah, you're right.
In certain ways, she did really good in this. But yeah, there's a lot of cameos by people that you see in comedy, especially edgy comedy, and yeah, it's that scene looked good. And that's the thing. There's some scenes that are very funny on their own.
Another one, Kev.
Yeah.
What did you think about Chris Helmsworth?
Oh, I thought he was funny.
I did too.
I thought again, he was funnier than Ed Helms was in those scenes.
Yeah, he was great.
And he's not known for his comedy.
Yeah. He plays a weatherman.
Yeah.
A stud weatherman.
It's a good way of putting it, sure.
and he's clearly having fun. He's there because he looks terrific.
Yeah.
And he puts on an ersatz southern, he has a southern drawl to him. And he's very playful. And I thought he was just having fun lampooning himself.
Yeah.
as a godlike.
Yeah. Well, and I wasn't even that annoyed with Leslie Mann in that scene either. So.
No, right. That's right.
And I thought she was fine for that. Yeah. I can take her in small doses.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, and Kevin, give me one more scene. Is there anything you can remember that?
Oh gosh, I don't. I mean, I think there's a bit where they have another. I thought was a really good cameo, and you see it in the trailer by Charlie Day, and I thought those scenes. Like I said, those things work out really well. And some of the gags that they do, the throwaway gags, are the best. It's when they milk the joke too much.
Okay.
Is I think what I didn't like. The hot tub scene's a great example of that.
Yeah, well, it got so bad that I was trying to look for depth. And then I thought that maybe the amusement park ride at Wally World, where they go on the roller coaster with its 3 circles and going like that, was perhaps a metaphor for the convoluted nature of the film.
Could be. I mean, I think that may have been what they were going for, because
or the hot springs.
Well, yeah,
almost literal.
It gets you're at the low point of the movie, maybe.
Well, Kevin Carr, the movie is Vacation. It's opening today, and there are a lot of people going on vacation. Kevin, what would you give them for a grade?
I'm going to say C minus.
Okay.
I didn't think it held together as well as it could.
Yeah. And I'm close to you. I'm C plus, and that comes from the fact that I just am very tough on comedies, and there were actually a few points in this film where I laughed, and I don't know if it was because they were being so outrageous or for whatever. But this summer we have seen Spy
I love Spy. I
and
thought that was great.
Trainwreck.
Not as big of a fan of Trainwreck, but I
Right.
did love Spy.
But Spy, and we both would agree, Spy is an excellent comedy.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. Spy and Vacation, good, mediocre.
Yeah.
A few laughs this summer.
If it's best when it surprises you.